Welcome to another episode of this podcast. Today I will be talking to a friend, Emil, his name, Emil Hogberg. He's an EDM producer. He does a lot of cool music. Thank you for being here, Emil.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So I'm just going to start off asking you a few questions. Who are you? What do you do? Etc. Just give me a small biography about yourself.
Yeah, all right. I'm from Sweden in the northern part. I live in Piteå right now. I'm studying at the music university here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm 30 years old. I've been producing for around 6 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Give or take around that. Yeah, and electronic dance music. Different genres around future house, electro, around that kind of stuff, and also future bass and trap, I think. Yeah,
because I saw that you have a release soon, or have you released it?
Yeah, it's next Friday, the 6th of
next
September.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm really looking forward to that song, because I've listened to your song on Spotify, and I can really see. I started from your first song on Spotify, and I moved upwards, and I can really hear you're progressing to some really quality sounds. It's really cool to see.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what's your biggest? What person is your biggest inspiration in the music career right at this moment?
I think it's definitely Jonas Aiden. Have you
Jonas
heard?
Aiden, okay.
Yeah, have you heard of him?
No, I have. The thing with me is I'm really bad with names, so I've probably heard his music, but I I can't recall the name. But tell me a little bit about that person.
He's like a bit future house around that area, and he's like has like a unique sound. He sounds a bit weird but cool at the same time. I watch a lot of his YouTube videos, and he shows how he comes up with the sounds and stuff. And
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a bit weird and cool at the same time, but I really like it, and I get really inspired at that at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah. So you told me that you're in a music school.
Yeah.
So how is that? How is that working? Like, do you make music all day, or what's the big thing that you do in that music school?
We don't actually have a lot of classes, but mostly we have like songwriting with different people, or there's a mixing engineer. We sometimes have like mixing sessions, mastering sessions, and then they're like a company, I think they hired in, and they're like talking about marketing, how to like be visible on social media, and like branding and different stuff. And then I have like a lot of free time to just like keep on learning more music, and
well, that's really cool. So when so on the day you can make music, and you have a few classes every week with marketing and branding and songwriting and stuff. Do you think from many out there that that's a good idea to start in some matter of school to get some more knowledge, to get some more meat on their bones?
I think the best pro, or the best part of it, I think it's you get so much time. Before, and when I had like a normal 9 to 5 work or job, and I didn't have much time or energy after like working 10 hours, then hitting the gym, and then all right, I have 2 hours left of the day, and I wasn't so productive. So for me, that's like the best thing. But I think you can learn everything on YouTube and on the internet. I think everything is there. Is you just have to find the best parts.
So how I get it, this just gives you the opportunity to put as much time as possible on making your music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how and where do you make your music? Is it just in your home, or do you go out to find inspiration to write your songs? Where do you find the inspiration to make songs, and where and how do you make your music?
I mostly am at home here in my student flat, but sometimes I just bring my laptop and go to the studios at the school and just like their sound card and their speakers to just switch up the environment, you know.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And
so
for inspiration, I think it's listening to other music. The nature, I think, is really nice for me to just like walk in the forest or take my bike and go for a ride and
I really I really like that answer, but my girlfriend just got home, so I'm thinking we're gonna do that question again. I don't know if you hear it, but I think my mic took up some of the opening the door and shutting it in the. So we'll just do that again in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Bay? Kan du stänga den dörren där bara? Tack så mycket. Okay, let's see where we were. Okay, I'm just gonna start over. We're gonna start from the beginning, and I'm gonna ask. So I have another question for you. How and where do you make your music? So I'm thinking about, like, where is it in your room, or is it outside? Where do you go for inspiration? And so where and how do you make your music?
I'm mostly in my student flat here at home. Just like basic setup, bedroom producer kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool.
And sometimes I go to the school. They have studios there, so I just bring my laptop and use their speakers and sound card to just switch it up sometimes. And for inspiration, I really like the nature. So take a walk in the forest or just use my bike for a ride. Yeah,
because I've seen that a lot on your Instagram. You have like really beautiful views out there in PTO.
Yeah.
So the studios where you, the studios that you borrow, do they have everything that you need for a professional recording, or is it more a basic studio?
They have both. They're like smaller rooms. It's just like a table, computer, sound card, speakers, and like a simple mic so you can record like guitar or vocals if you want. But they also have like the big studios, but they all almost always occupied by others. But they have some really cool stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. So is it hard to get your time in the studio? Do you have like a schedule where you can book the studio, or how does that work?
Yeah, they have like a homepage where you can log in and book your time. But the smaller ones, I think they're quite easy to get a time there. But the acoustics aren't that great if you're going to do a vocal. So
talking about acoustics, it's like I'm in a 2-square wardrobe at the moment. This is where I make my music. So the acoustics really does some difference when you're trying to record good sounds.
Yeah, indeed.
So how much time do you spend making music every day or every week?
Definitely every day. I'm not quite sure how much, but maybe 4 hours, I think. Then I have like other music related stuff I do, organizing samples, working on sound design, practicing my pitch in both like tones and frequencies. There's a homepage called Sound Gym. I don't know if you know that one.
No, I'm just gonna write that up. Sound Gym.
You can like practice hearing different frequencies, like listening to decibel changes and how things are panned and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, so it's it's a way to train your ears in different things, like in frequencies and in panning and that's really cool. So So do you have any tip for, because I talk with a lot of people saying that, you know, they're working with a song and they get stuck, or they don't have the time to make it as perfect as they want. But usually I hear this, that I'm working with a song and I get stuck. But as you told me, you work at least 4 hours a day with your music. So what's your biggest tip to a person that feels like, oh, I'm stuck, I can't get any inspiration into the song?
I think the best way is to like not focus too much on the details in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I have this idea. Then you like finish like the whole song structure, the arrangement.
Yeah.
I usually do like just load up keys or pianos and just like write the chords, the melodies, the bass line, and like write the song if it would be like an acoustic version, you know.
Yeah.
So if it sounds good with just the piano, you know, this is going to be good.
Yeah, this, I've actually heard this from a lot of producers, that the thing that they do making a full song is they do it simple from the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe with only the piano, or structuring with only a guitar or something, but just keeping it simple in the beginning, and then evolving the sound, instead of, now I'm gonna make a big fat breakdown, and then you just have a big fat breakdown and you can't fit it anywhere. So maybe that's a really good point, to start off simple when building a song. Yeah, that's really good.
I remember a couple of years ago I was like, oh, I'm going to make maybe if I had a melody and I'm going to make a drop now, then I start like compressing stuff, EQing, adding effects, and then what should I do now? Like I have no idea like how to progress this. So.
Yeah, I really get that. I've had that so many times myself, making just one part of the song, but then you're really stuck. You're really stuck. Yeah. So what's your biggest struggle at the moment? Because I talk with a lot of producers and they say time, but I feel like you have the time that you need to progress and produce and do all that stuff. But what's your biggest struggle at the moment as a producer?
I think mostly I can do like everything myself, like create the ideas, mixing, and mastering. But I'm not a singer, so I have to rely on others to like add vocals. So I don't know if it's really a big struggle, but having people to find the time to record the stuff for you, and find like the perfect rapper if you need one. I think I have like 4 or 5 tracks that basically are finished, but I need to record vocals. So that's quite annoying right now, but yeah.
Yeah. So actually you need to up your networking skill and get some more people to be able to sing on your songs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what kind of singers are you looking for out there? If maybe someone is listening to this, what kind of singer are you looking for into your songs?
I have a future-based track that are quite spacey and I don't know. Do you know the video game Rocket League? It's
no.
It's really like that kind of style of music.
Okay. Yeah.
The record label Monster Cat. It's really inspired by that. So I want like I'm not so familiar with so many rapper names, but a bit like a darker, more attituding, rapper kind of stuff. And otherwise, I think more female, kind of Elenium style vocalist for all the stuff.
Yeah, the thing with rappers though is there's so many rappers out there, but the thing is to find someone that's like actually really good, and to have that attitude as you talked about, and have the perfect song structure for exactly your song.
Yeah.
So what's your goals this year? Can you tell me a little bit about your goals? What's the goals for 2019? What's your biggest goal for 2019?
Yeah, I think it's just keep on releasing music, growing like my social medias, and let more people notice my music. I also tried for this next release that is coming next Friday. I'm trying to do like everything on my own. So I release it on my own, make the artwork, promo videos, sending emails to blogs, and trying everything, because I'm not sure if you need like a record label anymore.
No,
I don't know if you need it. So I'm going to try to do like independent style rest of the years, and this year at least. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, because even if, I mean, a record label could be good, but the thing is, I would, even in the future, if you get really big and you need that record label to get more time for yourself to make music, the thing is that you know how everything works. That's a really good thing to have in your backpack. I mean, like, you know how to do something, and you don't have to rely on others in the future, but you do because you want to spare time. So that's really good.
Yeah.
So what kind of what's your biggest obsession at the moment, non music related? So I've been talking to a lot of people about this question, and it's like it can be something entirely different. Some people are obsessed with some natural crisps that they eat like every day, or or just a song that you're listening to all the time at the moment, or some new workout, or a book that you read. Just give me something that you're really obsessed with at the moment, non-music related.
Yeah, if it comes to food, it's like bananas.
Yeah, bananas, okay.
Yeah, I eat like 4 or 5 each day. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a really funny thing. Those. Banana. Yeah, banana. The thing my other day work or I work at industry, and it's I had this guy. He ate only peanuts and bananas. That was his thing. Peanuts and bananas.
Okay.
Every meal.
Yeah. Well, if it's not food, I think gaming is really nice. Just like play games together with friends and have fun. I think that's really nice.
What kind of games is it that you play?
Rocket League mostly on PS4, and like Path of Exile I play a lot as well, and God of War. Yeah, so it's on the PS4 stuff.
Yeah. Okay. This one I forgot to ask. You talked about your goals, but I slipped up a bit. So you talked about your goals, like growing your Instagram or your social media and stuff. So do you have any strategy that you're working on at the moment? Do you have anything of value to give to others that maybe they can implement in their own work, trying to grow their social base?
Yeah, in the beginning I was like just teasing my own music, showing a bit like stuff that I work on and not much else. But now in the last time I have like I made a supper pack giveaway. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I was like, I have so many sounds I made and so many presets, and I was I can like share this and let others use it. And also like I'm going to start making like quick tips, just like maybe songwriting or mixing stuff, and like short stuff and nothing advanced, just some stuff that if I would go back in time and like told this to myself several years ago, then that would like have helped me a lot. So
that's a really good thing. The tip thing, giving tips, and even just giving tips or giving away samples, that's you giving something to other people. And I think that's a really good thing if you want to grow on your social basis, like just giving away stuff to people, giving some value. I think that's a really good strategy.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have a few questions that I got from my Instagram stories. So here is a question from LunaOfficial account.
Yeah.
So he's struggling with the melody in his house songs.
Yeah.
What should he do? He knows how to make the kick, impact and stuff, and side chaining and all that stuff, but he just can't figure out. He's really struggling with the melodies. So what kind of tip would you give to LunaOfficial?
Maybe now I don't know how he usually creates his melodies, but maybe like try to twist up. If he usually use his guitar, maybe try creating it on a piano.
Yeah.
Like try something totally different and see what comes out, I think.
Yeah. Would you suggest some basic music theory if you haven't done that before, like getting some knowledge about music theory and how you can work chords together and stuff? Would you give that as an advice as well?
I don't think it's needed, but
no?
I think it will definitely help and maybe make it like the process faster, I think. But definitely not needed. If you just like got the idea or the feeling or like it will be fun.
So what you say is it's better to go on your feeling or in your gut instead of, it should be this way because it says like this in the book. It's better to go with the feeling that you got instead.
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna like block like your idea, like where it is going. If you like, you need to use this chord. If you like read that, I think it will block the uniqueness in like the creative process.
Yeah, that's really good. So I have another question from unknown. Actually, my bad. I didn't write down the name. But if you're listening out there, write to me and I'll feature you in the next podcast.
Yeah.
So what plug? I think this was I'm just rephrasing. No, not rephrasing. I'm paraphrasing. What plugins do you use for sidechain compression?
I mostly use Kickstart if it's like on a 4 on the floor beat kind of stuff. So otherwise I use like the peak controller in FL Studio and just route it to like a volume plugin, like the Fruity Balance.
All right. Yeah. So is it so I just want to give him some more value, like what so what plugins do you use for sidechain compression? Do you use anything else? Because I think what he wants to know is like how to make the sound. He wants to compress something to make the kick hit harder or something like that. So do you? Is it just often for you? Do you only use a simple compression or the volume meter as you said, or do you use anything else to help the kick really bounce? Do you have any other tip for him?
I think like parallel processing is really good. Either like distortion or parallel compression. I think that will really help. And otherwise, like a quick tip is if you have like a kick sample, you can duplicate that and layer it with the other kick sample and make it like super short. So it's like just a few milliseconds. That would like trick the ear to, make it pop the mix.
Yeah, that's really cool. And the third and last questions, it's actually my father, and he asks, why aren't you a metalhead instead of making electronic dance music?
I get that question a lot of the older generation. But yeah, that's old music. It's like, this is the new stuff. I like it. So
yeah, that's good. So we've been talking about a lot of stuff here now, and we gave some tips to producers, talked about your goals this year. But tell me, can you give me a little bit of a story behind how did you start your music, not career, but how did the idea came into your head, like, I'm gonna start making music?
I think it was in elementary school. A friend of mine had FL Studio on his computer. I just went to his house and he showed me some stuff, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. I need to test this out. So I got FL Studio and just starting making like loops and simple stuff. Then I like starting making whole tracks. It sounded terrible, but it was like fun. And then I went to upper high school, continued making music. Then I started to work and continue making music, like always on the side. And I think it was 3 years ago. Then I started like, I really want to do this. So I went to another school before, a smaller university as well. So this will be the 3rd year now in music school. So I was like, I want to do this full time. This is like my passion and my dream. And I want to do this.
Oh, that's really cool, because that's the thing with me as well. I got FL Studio when I was like 15 years old. I think it was FL Studio 10 at the moment, or 9. But the thing with me was I just started out. I loved the creativity to create stuff. You know, just to have a program where you can create songs and music overall. But I never I never mixed anything until recently this year, because I just made tunes and it sounded like garbage, really. but now I've started the whole mixing progression, and I'm starting to really enjoy mixing. It's really fun to make a sound better, and to just hearing it become more clear and more effective in the song. So how did your mixing progression journey look like? When did you start mixing?
I don't know, actually. Maybe 5 years ago, I think. But my mixing processing, or it wasn't good. I was like going too much in details and like getting ear fatigue too much. And ending up destroying the song. I think I like my first, I don't know, real track, if you can say that. I think I spent like 8 months trying to mix it. That's so crazy. Now I think on my last release I spent maybe 30 hours, I think, totally on the track. So it's a whole it's a big change.
Yeah, because the thing with ear fatigue is like, the more you're listening to one thing, like you're doing these small changes all the time, and then you end up, it sounds really good, but then when you listen to it the next day, you've destroyed the whole melody, or the whole sound itself. That's real funny. So I'm just gonna we're gonna end this podcast now, but I have a few things that I want to ask you before we end this. And it's, can you give me 2 of your favorite songs at the moment, so I can put them in a guest Spotify playlist? So this is songs that you feel like, these songs they really touched me, or I listened to them a lot, I like the mixing or whatever. Just 2 songs that you really enjoy.
I think it's have to be Jonas Aiden again. So it's Jonas Aiden, I Don't Speak French, and his remix of Tiesto's track Rituals with Rita Ora. I think it is, yeah.
So Jonas Aiden, I don't speak French.
Yeah, and then Tiesto and Rita Ora.
Tiesto and I don't know how that spells. Rita or Ora. That's I'll have to check that later, but so that's really good. And
yeah, the remix, Jonas Aiden's remix of that track.
Yeah. So, and I also want you to feature one of your own songs or mixes in this playlist. Yeah. So it can be a song that you made now or something that you will release. I know that you have a new release the 6th of September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just choose one song that you want on the playlist that you're really, or just choose one song that you're really proud of.
I think my latest release is really good. So it's Catch Vibes, it's called.
Catch Vibes?
Yeah.
So that's CATCH Wipes.
Yeah.
Like something like that, Catch Vibes?
Vibes, so VIB. You know, like
Vibes, yeah, sorry. Yeah. My ears don't work.
No worries.
Vibes, that's
exactly.
Cool. Catch Vibes, awesome. And that's all the questions that I had, and I'm really glad that you were here on this interview and that you showed up. I really enjoyed it, and you should really go and check out ayMill stuff. He's on Instagram, maybe on YouTube soon as well.
Yeah.
Are you on YouTube as well?
I have like a few tutorials and stuff, and just making a simple video with my music. But yeah.
So this Spotify playlist is music career podcast guests. So here we will have all the favorite songs of the guests we have on this show, ayMill included. I just want to say again, thank you for being here. I love the chat that we had, and I wish you the best of fortune in the future.
Yeah, thank you too, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.